Hello, friends. Welcome back to Shadow Play Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here today, friends. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make yourselves at home. And if you're returning, well, friends, I love you. Thank you so much for coming back and spending more of your precious time with me here on our channel. So, friends, if you're into the vibe, please hit subscribe. That allows me to more easily pick up on your energy for future pick a card readings. And for anyone that is interested, I do offer private readings, and the only way to book is by visiting the link up on my screen, or on your screen, I should say, the link up above. This is my online shop. Again, that's the only way to book. You can also check out all the other services that I offer. All right, now that we got that out of the way, we know why you're here. We know why we're all here. Let's take a look into your next relationship. Let's see who this person is, what we can learn about them. We'll look into your connection, how you'll connect, and then we'll be working with some oracle cards and pulling some charms at the end. Now, please keep in mind, this is a collective reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. Sometimes these readings pick up on things that already happened, the timelines they cross. Maybe there's a message for you waiting in another group if one doesn't resonate. If I do happen to pick up on a past person that you want nothing to do with, that is completely understandable. All you have to do to not claim the reading is click off of it and forget about it. There is no need to leave a negative comment. There's no reason to thumbs down the reading. Now, I mean, in regards to that, there could be other things you don't like, and that's totally fine. But if it's not your message, just don't take it. And I say that because I've noticed that these topics are so triggering for some people that come across them, and there's no reason why you have to claim it, friends. If the story ain't yours, it's not yours. It could be for somebody else. We're all humans living the human experience, and honestly, if it's one thing that I've learned reading tarot for so many people at this, I've done thousands of readings, it's that we're all more alike than we can even imagine. Living these existences that totally, they're so parallel in a lot of ways. So that should bring some comfort as well, as knowing that no matter what you're going through, you're not alone. And hopefully you can find messages here on this little channel that help you feel seen. That is my goal, to hold space for you and guidance and a little bit of fun as well. All right, so with that little with all that being said, let's get to it. As always, friends, we have three groups to choose from. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. When you're ready, I'll meet you at your reading. Hello, my group number 1s. If you pick the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Let's get right to it. We know why we're here. Today, we're going to be looking into your next relationship. We're going to be getting some info about this person and seeing what we can learn about them. We'll be looking into your connection and how you'll connect. And yeah, we'll be pulling some oracle cards and some charms at the end of your reading. And let's get to it. As a reminder, this is a collective reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. Sometimes these readings do pick up on events that already happened, so only you'll know, friends. Let's get to it. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for the collective and my group number 1s. My group number 1s, please, Spirit. The next person that they're going to be in a relationship with, what can you tell us about them, please? Who is this person? What can you tell us about this person that my group number 1s is going to be connecting to, their next relationship? I have the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I like that. We'll see if that comes through. Stability. This person might be a homebody as well, or they might be a homebody. What can you tell us, please, about this person that my group number 1s is going to be in a relationship with next? The Knight of Wands. I love that. And the 6 of Pentacles. Wow, this person's really, I like their energy so far. It feels like really uplifting, very positive. This person could have a fire placement, Leo, Aries, Sag. You guys may even connect in the summer. We'll look into that in a second. But I mean, this feels really good. It feels like you guys like to have fun. So that homebody energy, maybe there's someone who, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be a reason to celebrate, of like coming together. Maybe it's at someone's home. There's something about a house. We have the Ace of Cups. Maybe this person, their living situation, it's like, okay, even though like we're not sure how serious it's going to be or how long term, but maybe like where they live, there's like totally room for someone else to like join along, move in, like maybe they even like own their own house or something like that. Or what they rent. It's just like nice. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Why the Knight of Wands, please? What can you tell us about this person? There might be a slight age difference, or there's something like real, like youthful about this person. We have the Knight of Coins, which is the Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant in reverse. Or the Sun card. So when you meet this person, one of the ways that you're going to know it's them, or this, whenever you end up connecting with them, it feels like they're really excited or they're happy. They've recently made a change in their life, something that was really long term, that maybe it was like a big deal to either get out of. I'm getting a feeling that they got out of something or left something behind, whether it was a career or a job that they had forever, or a living situation that wasn't working out. Maybe that's why I was getting excitement over the living arrangements that they have. There's something here that they're like, they're very content, they're very happy with where they're at. This person likes to do things their way, which is interesting because I don't think it's always been like that. I kind of feel like this person recently, because of the changes they created, at this point, they're like just kind of doing it their way. Whereas maybe before they were held back a lot over what was expected of them, or commitments they had gotten themselves into or made at one point. And it's almost like a sense of like freedom. This person, even though they may seem impulsive, like when it comes to getting excited and having fun, or maybe this is the passion between you guys, they actually move pretty slow. Why the Ace of Cups? It's maybe it's even because for a long time they felt like their life didn't have these things. They didn't have fun, or they didn't have this excitement. It feels like this person is single. They may even be like newly single, but not newly to the point where they're still carrying baggage. It feels like this person's real happy. They're very independent as well. Why the Page of Cups? Yeah, they recently went through something that they healed from. They got over something, a major change that they had in their life. They're on the up and up. They're feeling better. It could have been a financial loss, or I don't know if they'll open up about that. For some of them, it could have to do with a job or finances, but things are turning around for them. If it's not that, something relating to a long-term investment, a long-term relationship, even perhaps. They're finally coming out of that. But at the same time, so this person is coming up as the Emperor. They're like super responsible and super serious when it comes to certain things in their life. When you guys connect, this person is not the most romantic, or they're the kind that their work engagements or whatever they have going on may keep them away sometimes. But honestly, I'm not seeing that being like a big enough issue to where it's, it's like just something to work around. For some of you, it could be that this person travels or there's distance between you guys. That could be part of this energy too, where they maybe have like a non-traditional job, or they have something that's like, it's a little bit different. At first, you may wonder like how serious this person is, or what this could even be. Maybe you feel like, you don't really necessarily know the next time you're going to see them after you guys hang out, or I'm not getting inconsistency. I'm getting more so that maybe they have something else going on. But either way, emotionally, it feels like they're doing so much better than they were previously. previously to whenever you guys connect. Yeah, they're a really hard worker. They could have just started like a new path or something like that. They could mention that they um, haven't really gone out much, or I don't know how much dating this person has done right before you guys connect, because it just feels like they're so I'm like, they're in a place where they feel good. And sometimes when we get out of relationships or when we're dating, it doesn't feel this way. This is a new opportunity. Very cool, my group number ones. I'm into it for you guys. Yeah, this person went through something. But that's how you're going to kind of know it's them, because there was some kind of big shift. We're getting Taurus, lots of earth and fire. And there was some water as well. So basically everything. I think it's silly when readers like list all the signs, and it's like it could literally be anybody. All right. What's up with their connection, spirit? My group number ones and this person they're going to be in a relationship with next. What can you tell us about their connection? Thank you, spirit. What can you tell us about their connection? You guys are going to have fun. The thing about this connection or this relationship that is going to be like something for you to maybe learn, or them, or something to work around. I'm just getting the sense of workaround. There's timing involved. I do feel like this person may, their job or something like that, it makes it kind of, they're away a lot or they're out a lot. You may have trouble trusting this at the beginning. We have the Five of Coins in reverse, coming back together, or just ending of a tough time, not feeling lonely anymore. If this is a specific person you already know and you've started this cycle with, it's like you guys will be coming back together. What can you tell us, please, about this connection? Which way do you want to go? You're very attracted to this person. Yeah, it's something about, I kind of feel like it has to do with them, their character, their personality, their charm, but also maybe what they do for work. Yeah, some of you guys may have already started this cycle, or you're at a distance with this person. We have, not for everyone though, we have the World in reverse. So something here is unfinished, or there's like unfinished business. What can you tell me, please, about this connection when my group member ones connect? The High Priestess, Pisces energy. What can you tell me, please? So this person, you guys, money's going to be a focus for them. Okay, here's the thing. It's like they're working on it. Okay, now I'm kind of getting a vibe as well as something else that I hadn't gotten earlier. Say this person was going down a certain career path, or they were putting their focus on something. They were there for a long time. Now that they're free of that, or now that that change has happened, they're still very much like, I was going to say trying to catch up, but no, it's not like catching up. It's like they're trying to get on track. It's almost like someone who's trying to turn their passion project into their, like, their means, their, into how they get by, or into where they're going to build their wealth, or what they're going to give to in the long term. Because it just feels like when it comes to the home, or when it comes to finances, whatever change happened, they're still kind of focused on bettering that. Now, because of that, this person isn't thinking like marriage or long term. Like, I'm not saying they're thinking short term. I'm just saying when you guys initially connect, this is something you're going to notice about this person, where you're like, do they even like me, or are they even into this? Because you notice that they think about work a lot, or they talk about work, or um, maybe they're also, like I said, it just feels like this isn't the kind of person that's always going to be available. to you. Like, I don't know if you guys are going to be hanging out 24/7. Not that I think that's healthy right off the bat, but everyone is different. It just feels like this person has other stuff going on. With this high priestess, though, I feel like this, like deep down, this. This person's also very intuitive. Um, Here's that passion. You guys are gonna have a good time with this person. And it feels like when you guys come together, it's really exciting. It's really fun. Um, there's a spark here. And it like, if you were feeling, any kind of way before, it's like you don't feel that way anymore. You've been warmed up by the fire, my friends. Why the King of Wands, please? What can you tell me about this connection? We have the Star card. This person, they might get a lot of attention, or you feel like they do because you're really attracted to them. Their job does keep them away, though. That keeps coming up, this Emperor and that World in reverse. They may also have other responsibilities. Say that they are a parent, or they were previously married, and there's like still stuff they're sorting through. It's like there's something there, but emotionally it feels like they've, dare I say, healed. I don't know how fully healed, but they're definitely feeling better um, when it comes to that, whatever that was. But there is a focus on their material world. The energy of someone who, if they did change their career, recently got a new job, maybe they're having to work extra hard or extra hours or something like that until things kind of settle or they settle in. With this Star card, though, it feels like this person's also very positive. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or an Aries. Yeah, this person may have a position where they're seen. Maybe they're, it's some form in the public eye, even perhaps. That's not for everybody. Why the High Priestess, please? So patience is going to be required in this connection because of the time factor, is what I'm feeling. And it's something that I feel you're just like going to kind of know. Like I said, it feels like it's something to get used to. And when you guys initially connect, I really think you're going to be questioning if this person is even capable of like not showing up, but just like it just makes you question, because it doesn't seem like at first this person like has their heart open because they're focused on money. There's something regarding I'm going to say their previous life, meaning whatever chapter they closed or walked away from. There's something about that that's really hard for them to close, or it's really hard it hasn't fully, emotionally they have, but when it comes to their material world, it's still lingering. They may not tell you this right off the bat. Maybe that's part of this High Priestess energy where you kind of have an intuition or a feeling, things that they've said or just things that you've noticed. You're kind of like piecing together. I do think they will talk about it, but I'm just not sure, like in depth. It's almost like something they may not like to talk about because they feel it's really painful and they've released themselves from it. They may try to like, yeah, I don't know how comfortable they are giving you all the details other than they've moved on, or all right, I do feel you guys are going to grow this into a nice connection. It is going to move slow at first, but it seems like you guys are a good match. Yeah, you're going to learn a lot of different things with this person because it's not going to roll out the way that you would have wanted to or hoped it would. Meaning, I don't think it would have been ideal for you to connect, or in your head, I mean, maybe you'll think the ideal thing wouldn't be to connect with someone that is in always available, or um, they're not open at the beginning. Whatever it is, it just feels like it's like a little hiccup. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Well, it's not going to be hard. It's just going to take time. That's what I mean. It's going to take time to get this person to open up emotionally. But you guys work really well together. For some of you, I don't know if maybe that's how you know each other, through work. What else, please, can you tell me about this connection? Yeah, it's almost like you're gonna like know why you can't get, like, I think it's gonna take some getting used to if you even feel like this is something you want to, because it feels like when you guys connect, it's really good, but then there's like something else that's going on that requires you to kind of be patient or like temper yourself if you're going to be a part of this. And that's something that I think you're going to figure out when you're there and express your needs as well, because you're not getting something that you want out of the situation. Maybe it's their commitment or them kind of, giving you more time. There's something here, though, that I feel you're going to have to address at some point. All right. I keep getting shown Leo. This connection is going to make you view relationships differently, because I don't think that there's something different about this than other ones that you've dated or other situations that maybe you've been into or you've been a part of, I should say. All right. How will my group number ones connect, please? How will they connect with their future person? How will they connect? How will they be connecting, please? How will they be coming together? It's almost like when you're not thinking about it or looking, or when you decide to take a break from dating or love, that this happens. Yeah, because it feels like there's a choice to be made here. If you guys are already currently in this cycle with this person, it feels like you're just trying to figure out what's the right thing to do. And maybe there's a little bit of a stalemate right now, or a little bit of a pause. Should I give this a chance? Should we come back together? If you're not currently connected with this person, it almost seems like you're wondering if you're ready to get back out there. Because I feel like some of you are just kind of like, it would be nice, but I'm not sure if I'm ready. Because it seems like there's a lot of thought or like debate going on. You guys are trying to decide what makes you happy, but at the same time, you may be avoiding this or avoiding love. There's a want here. Someone has a desire to come back together. For those of you that already know this person, should I stay away? Should I avoid this? Or should I go for it? And part of you is like, well, if I avoid this, it's like maybe you'll always wonder, because a lot of you are leaning towards coming back together, coming back out of your hermit phase. You're trying to figure it out, though. It's almost like you don't want to really fight for an opportunity or really like go for it. Maybe you're just not feeling up for it. I think that's all part of you trying to decide. I'm feeling flip-flop energy, and that's probably that Two of Wands. What's going to make me happy is what you're asking yourself. So I feel like coming together, it's all about choice in this situation, because it feels like the opportunity is going to come up and it's really up to you or both of you if you want to come back together, if you want to interact again, or if you want to interact in general with someone new, if this is a new person, because there's a lot of going back and forth over what do I do? What do I do? Do I want a new beginning? And I kind of feel like you do, but there is a timing. If this is how you're currently feeling, then that's just kind of, letting you know maybe you're not ready yet. And you'll know when you are ready. Maybe you're still kind of processing old things that happened. All right. So that makes sense, because I saw that the connection comes through when you're taking a break or when you're not really dating. So that makes sense as to why you're like, do I want to go back out there? Or do I just want to deal with my own self? All right, let's get some oracle cards for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number ones, please. Messages. We have reflection. That could be what you guys are currently doing. That's what I was sensing. Fear is holding you back, or it's holding someone back. We have passion. There is a lot of passion in this connection. Maybe that's also what brings on the fear and growth. I love this. There is opportunity for growth. At the bottom of the deck, we have space. Yeah, someone here, definitely. There's space in this connection. There's time apart. There's either travel, maybe there's distance. You guys live far away from each other, but there's still passion there. And there is potential for growth, but it's going to take time. There's something that moves very slowly here. It doesn't feel like it can happen from one day to another. All right, we have amor prohibido. That is like forbidden love. Translation. You guys, maybe you met this person, like right person, wrong time. And now that's what you're kind of feeling. I do feel that the choice to come back together is going to be there, but it's going to be up to you what you want, okay? We have the party animal raccoon. You could have met this person at a party or at some kind of function. You guys could have partied together, and that's where you connected. Maybe, I don't know, a wedding, a birthday, a work function. We have squad. There could be other people involved. You could have been out with others. Could have been some kind of celebration. And maybe you connected and it was like, oh, they've been married for 10 years or something like that. And you're like, oh, no. But then it feels like someone here got out of something very long term, whether it was a job or, like I said, a marriage, something like that. We have the crying woman face. Maybe you've been in your feels over this if you already know who this is. We have the T-Rex eating the goat. This reminds me of Emperor vibes, of the boss, right? I think of like the CEO of the jungle. Like, I don't even know. Did the T-Rexes live in the jungle? You know what I mean. Who is the king of the jungle? Is that tigers? And then the king, you guys, is it lions? Okay, I'm gonna move on. We have the Mexican flag. Maybe someone here, there's a connection to Mexico. Maybe someone here likes Mexican food. Um, I'll leave that there for you guys if that means something. And then we have the Chronic 2001 pot leaf. So enough said there. Maybe someone here likes pot, or maybe someone here really likes the Chronic, the album. And we have mom. There could be a family connection, or someone here is a parent. Maybe, oh, scandalous. Is this like one of the other like kids in classes, like parents? The scandal. I'm just kidding. I just like to munch on my own popcorn. All right, my group number ones, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it was helpful. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number twos. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Let's go ahead and put her right there and let's get to it. We know why we're here. This is a reminder. This is a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. If there is past energy that comes up and you want absolutely nothing to hear about it or to do with it, I completely understand. Simply click off the reading and you don't claim it. That's it. Just release it. All right, let's begin. Let's look into your next relationship. We're going to begin by getting info about who this person is. We're going to look into your connection and how you'll connect. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for my group number twos. My group number twos and their next relationship, please. What can you tell us about this person? What can you tell us about this person my group number twos is going to be in a relationship with? What can you tell us, please, about this person? What can you tell us, please, about this person that my group number twos? We have the Chariot. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'll take the Chariot. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. We're going to leave that there. All right. Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. This person could be very well established. For some, not for everyone. They could travel for work. What can you tell us about this person, please, that my group number twos is going to be? Oh, yeah. They're a boss. Wow, they're very assertive. Yeah, very assertive. They can get a little aggressive too if they own their own business, or if they're so proud. I mean, of what they have, what they've built. They might, this person, I feel like they drive a nice car or they have nice things. Like you can just tell this person might like drop like, $400 on like sunglasses, no problem. Basically, this person's gonna have money to take you out, my friends. We have the Guru. This person's coming off as a husband. That's obviously not for everyone, and not to put gender on it, but just like that kind of energy, the provider. They take their role really seriously. I don't know if it's their job or maybe they're responsible for like other people in their family. They could also be a parent. For sure, this person feels like they could even be a little bit older than you. And if they're not older than you, it just they're like mature. You're like, wow, you're an adult. Meanwhile, I'm having to go to the laundromat down the way, and you have like a laundry room in your house. um, we have the Hangman in reverse. Lots of Cancer energy, Aries as well, and Taurus. Why the Chariot, please? What can you tell us about this person? For my group number 2s. Why the Ten of Pentacles? Why the Emperor? Okay, so this is good news. If this person does have like family or something, I mean, I kind of feel like they do. It's interesting because there's no drama there. I don't think that's going to be an issue. It just feels like that's their position, that's their role. They don't like conflict, they don't like drama. This person's very fair. Very interesting. This person, it's almost giving like judge vibes. That's obviously, that's slim that someone's a judge, but it's like something where this person's like makes decisions all the time. So they're really comfortable in making decisions, and it like affects other people, We have the King of Wands in reverse. Why the Page of Pentacles? Why the Hangman in reverse? All right. Why this Hermit with the Chariot? So this person, they don't really consult other people when it comes to what they should do, or they just kind of, I feel like this person really trusts themselves. So it's almost like okay, for example, like say you're already like deep into dating them, and then they might like say, oh yeah, I'm going to go do that. And you're like, well, when did you decide that? And they're like, well, I was just thinking about it and that's what I decided to do. It's like, it doesn't feel like they consult with others, or I just, they're very comfortable with like making their own decisions, thinking things through. Even when there is an environment where there's a lot of confusion, or a lot of people are talking, a lot of people are giving their opinions, this person may listen. They may be quiet, but they're always listening and they're always thinking, and they're pretty fair. It's giving like a lot of grounded energy. But because of that, sometimes that might make them a little bit difficult to deal with, because you may feel like even though they're doing what they think is right, it might leave you feeling a certain type of way, like your feelings don't matter, or they didn't think this through. And I just feel it's because this person doesn't make emotional based decisions. So even though they're fair, it doesn't mean they're always going to decide what you agree with. Yeah, because it feels like they have something going on where other people are involved or affected. And it's almost like they don't want drama with that. That's just what it is. What they say goes. Now, I'm not getting that it's like toxic masculinity or like macho kind of energy. I mean, it could be, but it just feels like this person's very comfortable and this person is proud, you guys. They may have like a fire placement or just show up in that way. Virgo, not that that's fire, but I'm getting for this person like a Virgo with fire or something like that. And then with an air placement as well. Why this King of Wands in reverse with the Guru? It's interesting because even though their position and their life requires them to be real serious, there's still a part of them that likes to be a little unhinged. It likes to be a little bit free. It likes to not commit. It's almost like that's something that's fully hard for them to leave behind. That could also be part of the, I'm going to call it frustration that might come up because of how they view things and make decisions and go with it. And it's like, it's not that it's a bad thing, but sometimes I feel like there's feelings of, I wish that they would have talked this through, or, they wouldn't have just decided to do that. It does feel like this person thinks their decisions through a lot. And I do feel like they are self-aware. Um, Maybe their position has them acting older than they actually are, and it's like trying to align those things. Because it's like they still want to have fun, but their life requires them to be serious so much of the time. This Page of Pentacles in reverse. I just dropped a card, but it was the Five of Cups. That feels like they, with that Five of Pentacles in reverse and that Five of Cups, it almost feels like there's something here that they don't want to go back to. Maybe it was something relating to their childhood or when they were younger, when they didn't have enough. Maybe they like think back and that's what kind of makes them work hard. Maybe if this is a type of person that's like made themselves responsible for their parents and now they like take care of them, that's something that they want to do. um but there's like a reason behind it. There's a reason behind it is what I'm getting. Why the Hangman in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse? So it's interesting because I do feel like there's emotions here that they have, but this is also someone else. I feel like this might be you. It's almost like this is everything that maybe you thought you wanted in a person. The family dynamic, the sense of responsibility, the this, the that, but they also come with fine print. It's like they also have something that you're like, oh man, I just wish it wasn't exactly like that. Um, Now, I'm not saying that this is going to keep you from growing in this relationship. I was just shown the Lovers and the Two of Cups and the Empress. I do feel there's a lot of room to grow here. Eventually, depending on how serious you guys are, this could be your person that you end up with. If you guys are at an age and stage to have a family, I can definitely see that happening for you. There's fertility vibes running through. But whatever, even if it's not giving life to a baby, it's giving life to a next chapter together, lots of abundance here. But there is going to be something that at the beginning, it leaves you, like I said, kind of needing to work around it or getting used to it and like learning how this person thinks, because I do feel that they are stubborn. But that sense of being stubborn is what got them to where they're at. Someone that works like this and that operates like this, it's like they are going to run a company. They are going to travel the world and make decisions and do things like, you know, it's like what comes with it. Maybe you thought you wanted someone. I need to find that card. All right, yeah, maybe you felt like your dream person like had these certain qualities that this person does have, but it comes with a fine print. All right. Thank you, Spirit. What can you tell us, please, about the connection between my group number twos and this person that they're going to be in a relationship with? What can you tell us about this connection, please? What can you tell us? This connection is going to push you out of your comfort zone for some one way or another. Your views and your like you're going to be riding a little roller coaster to some degree, because of, I don't know, I'm going to say it's a lifestyle, something about this person's lifestyle. What can you tell us, please, about this connection, this next relationship? So someone here, it's like, doesn't bring things to light. I feel like there's a lack of certainty on your side. I just don't feel like this person communicates the best. It's like, even though in their head they've decided something, they may not communicate that. They might just start to execute things. And it feels like you don't really trust them at the beginning. You don't trust that if they tell you that there's a timing, or I don't know, there's just something here about time, maybe even traveling, that I feel you're going to have a hard time trusting. You're going to wonder if they're really working or if they're really spending time with their family. That's going to be part of the emotions that we saw earlier. You're going to be real concerned at the beginning of other people or conflict or competition with others. And it's because you want more. You want more from this person. You want more of their time or more of their attention, more certainty from them. Why are the Ace of Swords in reverse? Why the Seven of Swords? You may not be trusting that they actually did walk away from something, or that they are walking away from something. I'm getting all three of these messages are about coming back together and you not trusting. You not trusting that they're returning, or you not trusting that things are going to progress. If you guys are already in a cycle with this person and you know who they are, maybe this is having a hard time trusting that you guys are going to come back together. That could be part of the emotional stuff that was coming up earlier. It could be because it's already happening for some of you by the Wheel of Fortune. But what I see, it is going to be a timing factor, and you guys are going to have a win here, and there's going to be a new level of stability that's built and a new opportunity. But it's really, really hard leading up. This is out of your comfort zone. If this person says, trust me, you're going to be like, no, I don't trust you. I don't trust. No, negative on that. But I do feel, and I do see all this beautiful row right here that's telling us that in the right time, it's like it's something's on autopilot here. Something has to run its course before you can get to this victory lap. And this is what this is. This is a victory lap over here. The opportunities here. We're waving at the crowd. We're celebrating. But it's going to be a struggle, an uphill struggle before you get there. And no one is telling you to face that struggle, but it feels like you are going to be kind of feeling this. And then again, I see the Lover's card with the Six of Swords. This person, it's like, even if they decide that they are moving this forward, you may have a hard time like believing them. Yeah, this person is like doing things their way. And that the way that is, sometimes it just doesn't vibe with you, or you may have a hard time understanding it, or like that fine print. Like I said, they have qualities that you really, really like and others that you don't. This person could be laying something else to rest or closing out another circle. or another cycle, whether it has to do with work or a previous relationship or previous commitments. There's something here that they haven't fully closed out. And maybe that's why you're also having a hard time trusting that you're already feeling this emotionally invested. Is this even really going to go anywhere? So it feels like that's the energy when you guys initially connect. All right, let's see how you guys will connect. How will my group number 2s connect to their person? How will it be when they connect? How will they be connecting to their person they're going to be in a relationship with next? For some of you, very random. You could meet, you could be like undecided to go somewhere with your friends or get together, and then they end up being there. You decide to go, and then they end up being there. How will they connect, please? Some of you are already connected to this person, and you're debating what to do, contacting them or still kind of entertaining this. This was in the upright position when I pulled it. Some of you are already stressing that this isn't going anywhere or things are not progressing. Maybe you're not sure how they feel. Some of you definitely already kind of know this person. Someone here, though, is, I don't know if they've told you this or if you feel like you don't know the truth, but someone here has a lot of hurt or a lot of pain. It could be relating to a past relationship that they're letting go with this devil in reverse. And maybe that's what you don't know. There's a lot of concern here over being fair or doing something right. For some of you, maybe this person is married. We have the Magician in reverse. You could be feeling like you've been manipulated in some way. Again, there's a sense of you're not sure if to believe them, but this person, especially if they're a parent, it's almost like they're doing the best they can or what they feel is the right thing, even if it's frustrating for you because you're like, there's such a better way to do this. It's almost like this person is going to do what they do, you know? They're prideful, guys. Queen of Swords. And you're avoiding saying anything because you don't want to cause conflict. And there's just a sense of someone is going through something. It was either a heartbreak, a disappointment, a breakup, but it's like you know this. This is like an awakening. It's meant to be like that because someone's going to be changing how they view things. It's like a growth process that someone is going through. Maybe it's even both of you. And it's like someone's trying to detach themselves from a situation that wasn't reciprocated. They were overgiving. Someone here, like especially if it's this person, maybe they're full on paying for other people's lives for the time being. And you're like, how's there ever going to be a future here if this is how they live their life? But there's a timing factor with that Wheel of Fortune. Things are being divinely guided in this situation. There's no rushing it. There's no, there's no fast track. It just feels like it has to roll out the way it needs to roll out. And that could be frustrating for you. There could be children involved. And there are going to be, for this group, I definitely feel like there's going to be a period of time where things either slow down or completely stop for a little bit. Maybe that's where you're currently at. And you're just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Because like you still feel this person. You feel very connected to them. And there's a lot of mutual attraction between you guys. They like to see you. They like to see pictures of you if you guys follow each other on social media. They like how you live your life. They feel you're really warm, very magnetic. They've even questioned like why not like in a bad way, but it's almost like they're like, group number 2, like I still think about them. That's for those of you that are in disconnect or during the time that things kind of do go into disconnect. Someone could be moving as well. That's what I was picking up on the home situation at the beginning. All right. Let's get some oracle cards for you guys and some charms before we close out your reading. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for these messages. Thank you for giving us our daily popcorn. All right. For my group number 2, please. Messages for my group number 2, Spirit. About their next relationship. We have ghost, consciousness, death, trust, flow. I love that. When ghost comes up, look, determination. I said that earlier. I love it when that comes out. I said it. All right, we have ghost. Ghost comes up when there's something from our past that returns. I do feel you guys are going to have a time apart. Maybe that's currently what you're facing right now. Consciousness, this is bringing a lot of awareness. It's like a deeper awareness. It's almost like maybe you're also frustrated as to why you may feel stuck on this person, or this person is giving you like anxiety. This connection is giving you anxiety, and it is a few different factors. One of them being that this person is just they're definitely in their power, and in the way that they are, they're not like being, maybe upfront or open. Maybe they don't see a reason to be. They're just like doing what they do, how they see fit. There is an ending here that is currently happening, and it's asking you to trust in the situation and go with the flow. There's nothing for you to do right now. You process, you heal, whatever it is, you chill out. And then we have determination. I do think that you're going to be determined, because I do think that you are going to experience growth throughout this process. All right, let's get you some charms. And I feel like you see the potential or the connection there so strong for you as well, that also kind of makes you want to stick it out or see it through. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get some charms, please? All right, we have Robert Smith from The Cure. I think of Boys Don't Cry, but I also think of Love Song. We have Saint Coco. Your guides may be sending you signs. I do feel that there's something divinely guided about this connection. That could also be your angels working together to try to bring you guys together. We have the Mexico and the Korean flag mashup. You guys could be culturally different, but very complementary. Maybe you guys enjoy travel as well. I did mention maybe this person travels different countries. Then we have the Wu-Tang Killer Bee honeycomb pin. This to me reminds me of the Empress energy with that honeycomb, and bees are very fertile. So I feel like there is sweetness and abundance to be had here in this connection. But the journey, it's going to be a journey, guys. All right, my group number 2s, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number 3s. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. You know why you're here. Today, we're going to be looking into your next relationship. We're going to begin by looking into messages about them, see what's going on with them. We'll be looking into your connection and then how you'll connect. We'll also be working with oracle cards and pulling some charms at the end of your reading. And let's begin. Just a reminder, this is a collective reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. If this happens to pick up on a past person that you want absolutely nothing to do with, all you have to do is click off the reading and completely forget about it. And it's not your story. All right, let's begin. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number 3s. My group number 3s, please, Spirit. What can you tell us about this person that my group number 3s is going to be in a relationship with next? Oh, come on. We have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That could be you expressing yourself. That could be them, someone who's a talker. What can you tell us, please? My group number 3 is the person they're going to be in a relationship with next. What can you tell us about this person? What can you tell us about this person, please? What can you tell us about this person my group number 3 is going to be in a relationship with next? can you tell us about this person? Well, they're a slow mover. They could be taking a break from something or just kind of like keep to themselves. It feels like they're very focused on work or something, but at the same time, they might kind of use that as an excuse. With that judgment in reverse and the temperance in reverse, it makes me feel like someone here is really impatient to the point that they're not like getting, they're not like, they're not getting the point or they're not getting the hint. It's almost like something goes above someone's head. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is super slow moving, and we have the Fool card. So someone here is having a new beginning. This person could be someone you haven't met yet. That's for some of you. Why the Four of Swords, please? What can you tell me about this person? My gosh, this person spends a lot of time like dreaming or like daydreaming. They might like, I don't know, disassociate or something. Why the Eight of Pentacles in reverse? Tower. Oh, this person's going through it. That's how you're going to know who they are. It's someone who when you meet or you already know who they are right now, who you're interested in, it feels like they went through something really big and now they're just like, I feel like they're trying to rebuild or something. All right, guys, I had to go finding that card. It was the Seven of Pentacles. Why the Temperance in reverse, please? Why the Knight of Pentacles? Oh, they have some kind of family dynamic or they're slowly rebuilding something in regards to a long-term investment. This person is like a family person. You're going to know this is them because I feel like this person either spends a lot of time by themselves or time at home. They may have kids. They don't have to. If it's not that, it feels like there's something relating to their emotions. Maybe they're a little bit like emotionally immature, or maybe there's like an age difference between you two. It feels like it's almost like they're really impatient in some way, almost like a kid, like when they want something, they want it now. Again, that could be they have kids that they're dealing with, or that this is how they behave. This person kind of turns a blind eye to things in their life, and maybe that's relating to that Tower, or it's like they're just trying to trek along, but there's kind of a lot that needs their attention, and they're just like, I can't handle it. I'm just going to go and zone out. Now, for those of you that already know who this person is, this could have been a person that missed an opportunity because they were so aloof or they're so like disconnected. I'm getting the feeling that this person is not grounded at this point, maybe when you're listening to this or when you connect with them. I feel like that's also going to be a big indicator for who this is. Because it seems like they're putting in the work, but I just don't know. They have a lot of processing and healing to do. Like they're coming off as being very off balance, and there's something big that they're missing or that they're ignoring when it comes to either their investments, their time, money, energy, where it's going, what they're putting it into. But they are making some kind of slow progress. It almost feels like they have some kind of, I don't know, dynamic that they're dealing with, whether it's a family dynamic or work dynamic or all of the above. Maybe it could be like some kind of drama that they had. Why the Tower with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, please? It could have been a breakup with if they do have children, it could have been the breakup with the parent, with the mother or the father of their children. Something very uncomfortable that they released. And that could have been something that happened sometime in the recent past, or whenever it happened, it's like they're still taking a break. I'm not getting the energy that this person is out dating, out in the streets, if you will, when you guys connect, or who they are. It doesn't seem like they spend their time on that. It seems like they spend their time on family, on work, on home. and they move very slowly. This person, I'm going to say it, guys, I don't know if they have control over their life fully when you connect with them. There's a lot of room here for them to kind of step up and step in. But your connection with them, look at this. We have the Hierophant and the Two of Cups. Your connection is this new opportunity here at, I just heard, a better match. It feels like you show them what a better match is for them, because this energy has left them like, ooh, not in the best place. And maybe that's why they disassociate from a lot of stuff, because it is a lot, and I don't think that they've fully have processed everything. They could have tried to rush through the healing from that, or just like ignore it. I'm getting the sense of someone that just pushes down emotions, pushes them down, packs them in real tight. If we do that, we don't have to deal with them ever, right? I was being sarcastic. Yeah, some of you already know this person. Others of you, you'll know this is them because when you meet them, not that they're going to open up and tell you everything right away, but I feel you're going to get indicators, little inkling, like, yeah, I honestly, you guys, if you don't know who this person is already, I don't know how you would meet them, because I don't think they go out much. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe you'll meet them at their work or something. But yeah, very different energy here. What else can you tell me about this person, please? What else can you tell me about this person? There might be a slight age difference. I think I already said that. They could be an Aquarius. They're healing, but it's slow. Listen, when this person is ready for this, when they get there, because I am seeing that they are going to get there. They're very slowly to commit, but that's because they're very serious about it, which is a good thing. You don't want anyone rushing into anything. That's a major red flag, by the way. I'm getting Aquarius and Leo energy. They're being very brave, or like facing their fears when it comes to commitment and connection. And I do feel that this is something that you help them through. Now, it's not because you are putting in the energy to heal this person, it's because your connection with you kind of makes them, draws them towards you. Like I said, when I laid these down, I heard better match. And I do feel that this is a better match in different ways for this person. We have the Ace of Wands here. So a passionate new beginning. Then we have this healing with the Ten of Swords in reverse, and this Ten of Cups is happiness. You guys are going to get to a point with this person that things are just, it's like night and day. They're stuck in the night right now. This person is stuck in the dark. They're going through some stuff. You guys may dream of this person or already know who they are. You may already even love this person or care about this person if you know who they are. Now, for those of you that don't know who this person is yet, that's how you're going to know it's them, because you're going to have a freaking soft spot for them, bitches. You are. From the get-go. Uh-oh. Me and my friends, we always quote the old movie Ghost. Molly, you in danger, girl. That's literally what I just heard. Not actual danger, but like when you you know, they're going to be your soft spot. So just beware. All right. What can you tell us, please, Spirit, about this connection? What can you tell us about the connection between my group number 3s and this person that they're going to be in a relationship with next? You guys are going to have fun. Look at that. We have the Three of Cups. That could also be reconnecting. For those of you that already know this person, coming together. You guys could have mutual friends or a mutual community of some sort. What can you tell us about this connection, please, between my group number 3s and this person? We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So it's going to be triggering. because I feel like for both of you, this is going to be triggering in different ways, where at points you feel stuck or you're like, what is happening? What's really going on? And you're just going to be encouraged to speak your mind. It feels like you have kind of a lot to say. Maybe this is you even giving this person advice or counsel, or just like they really respect what you have to say. Maybe your job or something like that. Like you're just good at communicating. We have the Fool in reverse. So you are going to be the one that speaks up over, is this going anywhere? Like, what are we? What's happening? We have the Four of Wands in reverse. You guys could also, even if it's not expressing that about this person, you could be very upfront about what it is that you want in a relationship or in a partnership. And you're making it very known that you're not here for anything that's not going to be solid for you. I feel like you're letting it be known. You have boundaries in place. But I feel like it's you like protecting your heart, because I do feel like you're going to care about this person pretty like early on, if you don't already. Why the Three of Cups, please? Something could have happened in the fall. Why the Nine of Wands in reverse? So you guys do spend time apart. That's part of what gets you in your head, is that because you spend so much time apart, it's like this can't go anywhere. And maybe you've already said something, or you've put down some boundaries, or you like express that. I don't think it's in a like, I mean, maybe it's an ultimatum. I'm not really getting that. I just feel like you're being very like clear with your communication or with your standards, because there's something here that's not like giving enough. Why the Eight of Swords? Yeah, you may also have trouble trusting the situation because of their distance, because they maybe don't reach out as much, or when you guys initially connect, right? We're looking at when you guys, about your connection, when you connect, and it feels like you guys come together and then there's a break. And then it's almost like you just kind of throw your hands up in the air, and then you can't build trust with that. You're approaching this in a like non-confrontational way. It's almost like very matter of fact. This is what's happening. This is how it makes me feel, and expressing yourself in that way. They could say, or it's just known, that the reason this isn't heading anywhere is because, for those of you that this person did recently get out of another situation, that could be the delay. But there's also a lack of like any kind of commitment here at the beginning, and I feel like you speak up on that. This does get things to move forward, but we're going to see there's a repeating pattern here that someone needs to break out of. Why the Chariot with the Four of Wands in reverse, please? Why the Chariot with the Four of Wands in reverse? Yeah, because it's almost like, I don't know if it's either work or family, where it's like someone can't put work into it, or there's something affecting the home. Maybe someone needs to move as well. That was random. We have the King of Pentacles. It's like this person is still carrying responsibilities, but it's like not growing towards anything. It's like something here isn't sustainable. And it's almost like we need to move away from that, or move forward in that. That's part of the healing that this person is going through. So when you initially connect with this person, I feel like you may be given your opinion or saying what you think, how you feel, and things don't necessarily take off right away. This because we saw this person's going through some shit. And not that you're meant to wait. This is just what I'm picking up is going to be the energy. It could have to do with the mother of their children, or the parent of their child or their children, and the sense of responsibility that they still feel. Yeah, because it feels like they haven't fully taken control over that. in some way. All right, so that's some of the things that are coming up when you guys connect with this person. It's interesting because even though I feel like there's emotion there on your side, you're staying very guarded and very protected, and I can see why. So maybe you're even like, you guys are like friends, because I don't see it jumping straight into romantic, to be honest with you. I don't see it jumping straight into romance. It's almost like there's no way, or if there is romance, it's every once in a while. It might be like friends with benefits, you know? This person I feel like has a lot of respect for your intelligence, your mind, your words, your counsel. How will they connect, please? How will my group number threes connect with their person? We have the King of Swords. Finally, when they kind of, I feel like when they're clear, or when they come to, um, like their thoughts are a lot clearer and a lot more direct. We have the Three of Swords. This person is hurt or hurting. How will they connect? Maybe that's how you guys will connect. If you guys are both divorced, or if you guys both went through a similar family situation or something, there's like a shared, it's almost like there's a shared experience in some way. And it's like you're not like judgmental or argumentative. It, like I said, there's a sense of being real, like, um, matter of fact with this person. And it's almost like you bring a form of stability into their life. You help them feel unburdened. And it's almost like this person's an overthinker, like crazy. And that's also part of why they move slow, because this person is real, like, I could have done this better. I could have done that better. They might carry guilt or shame, or just like, I don't know, this heartbreak that they went through, or this breakup shook everything. And that's why it's taking them a while to be able to process, because we're talking about someone that, even if this breakup happened years ago, this person like stuffed it down so deep that it has to come back out. Like the emotions have to be processed, you know? You can't rush through it. Like, yeah, you're strong, or you made your decision, or things happened, but it doesn't mean that you healed from it. And so it's almost like this is how you guys connect. Why the Hierophant in reverse? Yeah, you counsel this person. It's like you say things and you trigger this person. This connection doesn't start romantic. Even if there's attraction, even if there's sexual tension, even if there is hooking up going on at the beginning, it goes beyond that. I feel like the conversations you guys have are a major factor in your connection. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. Again, you do make this person feel better. And it's almost like you allow them, you maybe hold space for them to process these things. And I don't think that's you showing up in a way that's like they're taking advantage of you, or they're, like pulling one over on you, using you. I don't feel that at all. I feel like because you care, you're like, yeah, I've been there. I get it. Like whatever it is, or maybe things that you've learned along the way, you share those and it helps this person. We have by the Ten of Wands in reverse. You encourage them to slow down and like stop and kind of look to see what they're doing, because they might be they're wasting something here. It could be their money, their time, their energy, and it's keeping them from stability. And it's almost like you point that out. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This person could be giving to a family dynamic out of this guilt. With that Justice in reverse, there could be kids involved, a family, but there is a new beginning. And it's like this person, it's going to take them some time. What else, please? Yeah, I feel like there's other people involved. But I feel like this is the turnaround. going to be a bumpy start. Friends. All right. So let's pull some oracle cards for you. That's a little bit about that situation, that story. This person listens to you, even if you don't realize it. When you talk to them, they remember things that you say. They go over it later on as well. They're very like, damn, why didn't I say this? Or what did they mean when they said that? Like they really think things through. This person remembers small details. This person spends a lot of time thinking, lots and lots of time thinking. Messages for my group number 3s, please, Spirit. Intuition, illumination, anger, pain, love, space. This person does need their space. There's that frustration. We also have rest. This person needs their rest. We have intuition, illumination. So your intuition is guiding you through this. That's why I don't feel like they're like pulling one on you and taking advantage of your kindness or of your wisdom. It feels like you know what's up and you're just like being there for them or just sharing your experience, and not in a way where you're, putting your own self in a situation that's like harmful to your emotions or to your mind. We have anger and pain. That could be emotions that this person is struggling with letting go of. We have love, frustration, rest, and space. I do feel this person is going to need their space and their time. That's why it doesn't feel like things take off right away. It almost feels like you guys start off as a good friend or something like that. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get some charms, please, for group number 3? Thank you. We have keep at it. So some of you this could be an ongoing situation for some of you. Maybe you don't have all your eggs in this basket. Maybe this isn't even a situation that you're hopeful about, but it feels like that's where it's leading to, a new beginning for you guys. So we have keep at it. We have Bjork wearing her iconic swan dress. Swan reminds me of transformation. I do think that the situation is transforming, but it does take time. Then we have the soccer kit, the jersey with the number 4. We have our Marquez. Maybe someone's really good at what they do. Maybe someone here plays soccer or likes sports. We have Bad Bunny's Un Verano Sin Ti, the sad heart. Maybe someone loves that album. Maybe someone here likes Bad Bunny, but also look at that sad little heart. Someone's little heart is hurt. They might be trying to hide it. Look, 2 hearts. Then we have do not disturb. This person does take time away. They do take time to themselves. That's very important to remember here, because maybe I feel like you're going to get to the point where you understand that, and maybe some of you already do, but I feel like the time away for this person is absolutely crucial for their processing. This person does things in their own specific way. But like I said, I do feel like slowly but surely there's a new page turning here. All right, my group number 3s, that's what I have for you today. Please take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys.